It is October 6th today, and today we are trying to finish filling our silo. So over here you can see the silo is just about full. There's kind of 3 doors left, but feed is up to the bottom of the unloader there. This is a side fill silo if you're unfamiliar with it. So side fill, side distribution. Now, a lot of silos you see are center fill, but we did not put that on. This is a 20 by 80 tower silo. So I think what we are going to do is we are going to lift the unloader up the last little bit here, and then we are going to pull down this handle a little bit and try and fill it a little fuller. Get a couple more loads in here tonight yet, and then we'll just keep topping it off with the remainder of our cornfield. Cornfield is just on the other side of the trees there. If I had to guess, there's probably around 10 more loads out there. So I don't know how many will fit in here, but we will see. But things are looking good. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, you could go a little more. I see. So on the wall, I think what would go first is you have the auger, and as it runs up the side of the roof, that's what touch first. Yeah, that's still got lots of room. Yep. Yeah, I think about there. Here. But it's not, no, but on this one it's so you know the auger that runs around? That's what's touching the roof. It's up in the roof. Like, so picture, like the auger's about level at the top of the blocks. There you go, that is one more load in this silo. Gonna climb down now and we're gonna do chores, and then after chores I'd imagine we'll grab another load or two and we'll shove it in here because it will have settled some more by then. I believe we have done 14 loads today, something like that. But Dad is pulling away the wagon. You see the dry cows there on pasture. Milk cows are inside the barn as we have been filling silos. But the remainder of the loads will have to go in one of the 2 other silos. I didn't realize, but there's probably around 15 to 20 loads left in that field. So we will have to see. We'll probably end up filling that small silo full as well then. But either that or we'll go to the big silo, but both of them have about the same amount of capacity in them to be filled. So all right, it is after chores now. We just topped off the silo with another load. My dad is down there. He was unloading. So silo is relatively full again. It'll settle overnight. Tomorrow morning we'll chop 2 more loads and blow them in. Maybe more depending how much it settles. But it's kind of the nice thing about having all your own equipment to fill a silo, is you can top it off quite a few times. So we are now up to 92 loads in the silo. The rest of the feed is going to be going in our small silo, or 16 by 65. We have 10 empty doors in there to fill. So 20 loads, 10 doors, it'll be pretty close to full in the end as well. That's why we're going to keep cramming this one full. But brand new silo and it's full. Nice thing to have. This will be the most corn we have ever topped for ourselves. It is now the next morning. It is just after 8 a.m. and I'm gonna go ahead and fill up 2 wagons that we are gonna blow in the silo.
36 months and drive with confidence, backed by the industry's.
We're gonna go ahead and fill up, like I said, 2 wagons that we're gonna blow in the silo this morning. I have not climbed it, but I am fairly certain that they will both fit. We might as well get the silo that I have designated for corn silage full versus putting them all in that smaller 16-foot silo. It's nice to get a silo jam-packed full. Running about 2.5–3 miles an hour. The tractor throttles up, will be up to 3, but there you go, we start to go a little quicker now. 2 rows at a time. Keeps this tractor pretty loaded down, around 140 horsepower. I believe this is now our 8th day of doing corn silage. If we do 15 to 20 loads in a day, we have a good day, because we do a lot of the stuff on our own. Between my mom and dad and I, we kind of do the majority of the work. We have 3 nights a week that a high school student will come and help milk cows with my mom. And that's provided that they aren't busy. If they're busy, we're fairly flexible, and then they can have the night off if they'd like. And my dad, in addition to dairy farming, has an off-farm job. So today, my mom will be unloading the wagons in the silo as I'm at the top. My dad will be at work. wagon. We're gonna go ahead now and hook up to this wagon. I will say, I do find it is fidgety hooking up wagons by yourself. Generally I can get it all right, but yeah, we did. Should be able to make that work. Got one load in. It's piling up pretty good on that side, but I'm hoping that we can kind of cram the next one in along there. That is 2 loads in the silo. Later today, I'd imagine we'll chop 1 or 2 more and we'll blow them in here again. Alright, it's pretty dark in here, but we are in our 16 by 65 silo, and I'm getting the unloader all taken apart so that we can lift it up. So that is what I'm going to do now. There you go, that is everything taken apart. I've already shot all the doors on the way up to the top. I think there's only 11 empty doors to fill, but it'll hold the 20 loads we need. So that'll save quite a bit of time. But there we go. Oh yeah. Yep. All right, that is load number 95 in here. This is where we're gonna leave this silo for now. We will come back later tomorrow or so and blow a couple more in, or we might. We're gonna switch to the other silo now. All right, we are working on filling a small silo now. There's about 15 loads left in the field, we figure. We'll probably put 12 of them in here, 13, and then we'll put 2 more in the big one. When it settles, then hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, we're done. All right, it is the following day. So today, we have been filling silo. I put 6 more loads in the 16 by 65 here. That brings us up to 12 loads in this silo. One wagon sitting there, and Dad is filling the last load. We're gonna top off the 20 by 80, a little bigger than that, 20 by 82 and a half. We did that so that all the silos would kind of make a nice angle up. Each one is about 10 feet taller than the next. So I'm gonna move the blower. One load in, one to go. The other wagon is still sitting in the field yet, on the other side of the trees. Hey guys, it's the next day now. We're up here in the silo. You can hear the birds scratching on the roof. We're gonna go ahead and level it and set up this unloader. So I just pulled the fork up. I brought a long rope, pulled the fork up that way. We're gonna level the silo off, and then we will set up the unloader. Clean it all off, all that fun stuff. You can see it's not too bad. It's a hole here, two over there. I think it'll level out fairly nice. Then we can get after emptying this one. The other silo I'm going to set up later in the week yet. It is fair weekend for us, so Friday I'll be at Rockton Fair showing my calf. Saturday I'll be around here, we'll set up the other silo. Sunday, go to church, Thanksgiving lunch at my Oma's. Monday we'll go down to Simcoe Fair. So we're busy with that, but I do want to get some stuff done around here. So I will level off the silo now, then we can set up the unloader. Alright, I got the silo level enough. I've started to clean off the unloader. I'm gonna lower it down and I'll keep cleaning it here and there. And then we will be able to start getting everything put in place. So the nice thing about this new silo is we paid the extra money for a remote. So up, down, on, off. So I'm going to lower it down. Just see, you press the button and the unloader comes down. Takes the guesswork out of things with the person on the ground, because they can't see the unloader, so you're on the phone with them trying to tell them how much and when to stop, versus now just do it all here from this remote. Say that's enough room to get it set up. This silo definitely is about as full as we could get it, because this torque arm here has to reach over the wall to clip in. So I've cleaned it off and set things up. Alright, got the unloaders cleaned off as I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and run the unloader a bit. I don't think the bag has been cut and tied to the conveyor at the bottom yet. Otherwise I'd do that, but just to make sure that it's blowing and all that, I will go ahead and do that. So yeah, but that's the silo unloader setup. I really love this yellow jacket. Don't need tools to do all of the stuff. This bolt here was kept loose enough. Then anything that used to be a bolt, like on a patch, is now a lever. The wheel over there and that chute over there to adjust it up and down. So yeah, this is kind of why I went side fill. You can see right here, add a little more feed in this silo, but it is just about as full as we can get it. You can see the torque arms are sitting right on the unloader arms. There would not be room for another load in here. And this silo is practically quit settling. That is great. There we go, we got the clear chute on. I'm clamping as close to the top as possible so the feed falls in better. If for some reason the feed isn't flowing nice through here, we may end up having to rework the cover to get this on a little more of an angle. I did not install this cover, somebody else did. So if we have to do that, we have to do that. But I'm fairly optimistic that it'll flow. Should be in the feed right now. And it's gonna flow just fine. I don't have the conveyor on, so we're just gonna stop right there. But that looks good. Just start that, get that little bit of corn silage off the belt. There we go. It's neat. Alright, it is now October 11. We are blowing air in the 16-foot silo here. And we are going to set up the silo unloader. So right now I'm kind of all by myself for help, but either mom or dad is going to let the unloader down later. More than likely my dad, but they'll let the unloader down and we'll get this one set up just like the 20-footer the other day. This silo unloader has a lot less automation to it. You have to let it down manually at the bottom of the silo. It does not have a remote, so that makes it a little more work to set up because you need a second person on the ground Would be nice someday maybe to have all of the silos have those newer boxes on them, but that would be quite the cost to do. And we've done it this way for a long time already, so as long as I can get some help setting up, it'll be all right. I did not think the silo would be this full. There's only 3 empty doors. Once I level it, there'll probably be 4. But that's impressive. This is probably a good thing we blew 2 more loads in the other silo, because this silo is clearly settled, so it would have been very close to full when I quit filling that day. So we'll level it off. Just like that. There we go. Silo is leveled off. That was not a whole lot of work at all. That actually took only like 10 minutes or so. So we'll climb down and bring the unloader down a little bit. That way we can start setting it up. Gotta go down about 4 doors. Letting the unloader down 4 doors. We'll take a pretty good guess at where the feed level is. And then we will set up the unloader and pull up the cord. Alright, the unloader is set up and we have ran it. It's running good. So I'm going to climb down now. And then we can start night feeding. So 2 corn silos to feed out of. So I'll have to do a little bit of work to keep them both fresh, feed quite a bit. But we'll climb down. It's looking good. So we're starting to pull out of this silo. Tonight I'm gonna finish up the egg bags. The leftover egg bag is gonna go to the far off dry cows. Whatever's left in there, we're gonna mix it up with some haylage and that'll be that. Otherwise we will be running into a problem. But I'm getting this silo opened up. Lots of corn silage, lots of haylage, lots of round bales. We have plenty of feed to make it through the winter.